Hi everybody, thanks so much for joining me. Stampin' Sue Creates here to share with you another machine embroidery video. This one's going to be a quick one. I have an upcoming craft show. Well, number one, let's go back a little bit. If you're brand new to my channel, thank you so much for joining me. If you like what you see, be sure to hit the subscribe box. Next to that is a little bell. If you click on that bell, you will be updated as to when new videos are uploaded. And if you're returning, thanks so much for coming back. So I do machine embroidery, I do Stampin' Up, I do unboxings, unbaggings, those paper crafts, those sorts of things. Oh, and some sewing. You just never know. So Stampin' Sue Creates came out because of Stampin' Up originally, hence the name. So I'm kind of going to stick with it. I thought of changing it, but I'm going to stick with it. So anyhow, I have an upcoming craft show, and I have a whole bunch of blanks that I had purchased, and I'm wanting to use these up. So I had gotten these really nice burp cloths. They were purchased off Etsy, and the name of the company is Blanks By Forever. And here's their little label, and they're really nice burp cloths. The outside is super smooth. On the underside, it's kind of like a little bit of a terry cloth. So I've had these in my stash, and I want to get rid of them. I want to do something with them, of course, to sell them. They also make other items as well. This is a really cute bib, and off Creative Fabrica. I had gotten this design. Isn't it cute, Mr. Right in Training? So I have to go ahead and steam this a little bit, but it's stitched out really well. And if you're not following over there, be sure to, I'll put a link down below where you can go and get designs. Many of these, look at the back of it, stitched up really, really nice. And it's showing it backwards on there, but when I look at it, it's backwards here. On there, it's the right way. So hopefully you're seeing it the right way. So, and they have nice Velcro closure. Now I'm going to do a video of making my own bibs. I just found on Creative Fabrica a way to make your own bibs. So I thought that would be fun. So anyhow, I've been doing that. Oh, let me show you something else while I got you here. Did this stitch out too. Now this was not from Creative Fabrica. It says, hold on, let me overthink this. Isn't it cute? This took a long time to do, but I was cleaning up my embroidery area, but look how cute that is. I don't know if I'm going to sell that or keep that. It took a long time to stitch out. Anyhow, so back to why we're here. So I thought, what am I going to put on these? So I thought, you know what? Let's kind of look like the Ray Dunn look and just put Burp. I mean, really? So I'm doing a whole bunch of them in all different colors. And I have a whole bunch of other bibs that I was working on yesterday, and I did them in all different colors so that if maybe they purchase one of my other applique bibs, they might want to grab one or two of these. So all different colors. I have a garden green. I'm going to call it garden green. It's a Stampin' Up color on my machine now. Let me just grab that off. That's what you heard going on when you first joined in. And there is no need to get any download for this. Here is the green color. Kind of looks like garden green, like garden grass. And this was done right on the machine. It's using the software that's already included in the machine. And all I'm going to do is, if I see any stray little threads, I'm going to clip them. Here's the back. There's just a few of them. And this stitches up so quickly. So if you're looking for something to maybe sell at an upcoming show, or maybe you have a online place where you sell, or in person or whatever, these would stitch up real quick for you. So on the back here I have this roll, and what I do is when I open the roll, I go ahead and tuck that in. And this is, oh my goodness, it's stuck together, Tearaway Stabilizer for Machine Embroidery. And this is by JJ Care, polyester non-woven fabric. And so when I unroll the roll, I stick this inside here because I have a whole bunch of stabilizers and I kind of get confused, you know, not knowing what's what. So by doing that and sticking that in there, There you go. I think I got this off Amazon. I like to buy it by the roll because I can cut it for as long or as short as I want. So once you take it out of the hoop, we're kind of working backwards, but I'm going to start from the beginning. This just tears away. I have a little bit of a spray adhesive on there. I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm just going to pick out from inside the letters. Comes out real easily. You can see that. And get out the P there. And I know a lot of you are saying that's a lot of waste. Well, some people sew it together. Some people do whatever. I mean, I don't. So here's your finished product. Burp. Right? Simple enough. I'm hoping that they sell. I think they will. So I'm using a 5x7 hoop. Okay. And I already have the design on the screen, but I'm going to show you how to do that as well. So what I did is I cut myself a piece of stabilizer. I'll take this off so I can show you. And then all I did is, this is the temporary adhesive I like to use. It's called 505. Just go ahead, spray a little adhesive. Oh, and I did fold this prior to. So I took the center and folded it right in half like that. And then what I did was I took my bib, well, my burp cloth, what am I calling it, bib, and I'm going to put the tag part at the top. I don't want to get that in the way of my stitching. So I'm going to fold it together, right sides in. Okay, so the right sides are in, and kind of give myself a little fold line. I'm going to bring my paper back, and I'm going to work lengthwise. I have a piece of thread on there. And the fold line on the burp cloth is going to line up. See where that line, and I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. We can adjust this, but it's going to line up right along that line. There's that piece of thread again. And I'm going to open this up. I'm going to smooth this out as easily as I can. Okay. All right. So here's my 5x7 hoop. And this is the bottom piece, which is going to go on the bottom. And I'm going to kind of eyeball where that center line is. Okay. Kind of eyeball it. And here's my top hoop. And I'm going to, and you're saying, I know it's wrinkled. We're going to fix all that. I'm going to put this in the hoop. I may have to unloosen this a little bit. There's a little screw down the bottom. So let's redo that. So I'm using a single needle machine. I have seen other people that do embroidery. They have the multi-needle and they have that mighty hoop and all that, and that looks a lot easier, but we haven't gotten to that point yet. I'm tightening up the screw down here on the bottom, and I'm going to adjust this, slowly pulling, because it's kind of two layers on this burp. Oop, pulled it out of the frame. That's what you don't want to do. Kind of two layers on this burp cloth. And I'm just kind of pulling some of the fabric just to make it nice and taut. I'm not too worried about up there because I'm only going to be embroidering down here. Okay, I'm going to tighten up that screw a little bit more. Pull it a little bit. Nice, soft. You could kind of see where that line is. It's pretty close. So I'm going to be happy with that. I mean, it's a burp cloth. So let's go ahead on over to the machine. Oh, and I think I just unplugged my light. I did. So close your eyes if you get motion sick while I move you over there. And I know I haven't gotten the whole thing with having multiple cameras and all the fancy schmancy. I just don't have no time for that. Okay, so here we are on the screen. Now I'm going to clear this. I'm going to go home. Okay, to delete. Okay. So here we are. This is a Brother Essence VE 2300. Today is July 4th, 2021, depending on when and where you are watching. So this is a machine that I currently own. I know many of you have seen other videos that I've done. Actually, my PE 535, my first original machine, can you believe, probably got the most watches from all of my videos. So I guess a lot of you are starting out with 4x4, and that is fantastic. but they pretty much have the same screen depending on what machine you have. And again, I don't know if I said, but this is by Brother. Let me move you over a little bit more so you can see straight on. There you go. Good one. So the only difference between this machine and maybe a smaller machine or less expensive machine are all the bells and whistles, and of course the hoop size. So this type of project you can do in a 4x4 hoop. You just have to readjust the size of whatever the font you're going to use. So let's go ahead. Let me show you how easy this is to do. So go into embroidery, and if you're brand new, this is the way to go. Use your designs and your alphabets and things that are already built in your machine before you go ahead and start purchasing every and any other design. It just makes more sense. The designs are already here for you. They're made to work with the machine that you own, so why not use them? So we're going to go into the alphabet right here, and you can see this machine has multiple alphabets, and I went with this one here. And all I'm going to do, you can see this is capital letters. If you want small letters, you would press that, and then your numbers and symbols and so on and so on. But I want to do all caps. So I'm going to go back to caps, and I'm going to spell B-U-R-P, burp. Okay, so you can see over here, these are the different types of hoops that I can use to do this. So the smallest one, let me think, 2, 4, yeah, I think the smallest one is a 2x2, 4x4, 5x7. No, that's not right. The largest I could do on this is a 10 by, oh, I don't know, 8 by 10, I think, 8 by 12 maybe. 6 by 10, 5 by 7, 4 by 4. So now if you have a 4 by 4 and you want to do this, and of course it's too large, you can go ahead and make the font smaller. See down here it has large, medium, small. You can do that. Or the other thing that you can do is you can rotate your design. Okay, so I'm going to hit embroidery, and we're going to go into that mode of rotating it right here. Size, you can change the size, you can hit rotate, and you can rotate it to go this way, or upside down, or to the right. So you have like more leadway. We're going to go back to the beginning to do different things with it. So I'm good with that, B-U-R-P, and it's in black. Doesn't matter. You can use whatever color thread you want to use. Don't worry about that. I'm going to go ahead and close this out. And I'm going to go back. This is back to my screen. So now I want to go ahead and move this all the way down. So you see you can move it left, right, move it up, down. So what that's doing, it's moving my arm up and down different ways. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in my hoop. So here's what I just showed you before, what I hooped. And let's go ahead, bring you in here. And I'm going to go ahead and put that into my hoop. Okay. Now, we want to see where is that going to stitch out. Let's see if that all the way down. Yep. Okay. All the way down. All right. So we want to go ahead. We want to see. Oh, I think I have to go up a little bit. All right. Why is it doing that? Okay, let's take this off of here, and because I didn't have the hoop on there. I should have had the hoop on there so I can move it up. I'm going to move it up to the center, and I'm going to put the hoop back on. So I'm moving it back up, putting the hoop back on. It's just telling me change to a larger frame because I moved it too far down, and what it wants is a larger frame. So we're going to go back to the beginning. Okay, so now I'm going to move it down. Okay, it won't go anymore with the frame, the size frame hoop that I have on. So let me switch you back over here. So now this little symbol here with the little arrow in the box, if you hit that, okay, and then you hit it here, I'm going to switch you back over. It's going to show you exactly where it's going to fit on your project. Okay. So let's see if we close that out, and if I can move it down anymore. Nope, it won't let me. So that's where it's going to go. Now you can change it. You can go up, down, any way you want to go. going to be in your way there. Let me get rid of that for you. Easy peasy, right? Okay, let me readjust this. I want you to be able to see. Okay, so I'm going to pick this real dark brown thread. I'm going to go ahead and thread my machine. And again, do check your instruction manual as to, I'm using a white bobbin because this is white, and white is just easy to do. Check your manual for sure as to, what kind of thread, what kind of bobbin, how to thread your machine. Make sure you have all that going. And you'll notice up here where it's red, so that means it won't stitch until I turn it green. And you're thinking, well, why won't it go? You have to put the foot down. The button turns green, okay? And then all we have to do from here is we just hit the green button. And so this is using the alphabet that's already built into the machine. Didn't have to go and purchase anything, download anything. This is going to take a 4-minute stitch, and it's going to stitch out in brown the word burp. This is my last one. That's why I thought, I think I'm going to throw a quick video together. I know it's been forever since I've done a video. So while that's stitching out and you're watching that, let me just fill you in on everything that's been going on in my life. So many of you knew, maybe you didn't if you're brand new, my daughter was getting married June 25th, 2021. But due to everything going on with the whole pandemic, she decided to get married in Las Vegas. So I am recently back from Las Vegas. I wasn't supposed to be able to go, but God works in mysterious ways. And 2 weeks before the wedding, I was able to go. So it was beautiful. Las Vegas is certainly, if you like crowds and you like keeping busy, there certainly is lots to do there. So I went down on a Wednesday, and the wedding was on Friday. And I came back what I thought was going to be Monday, which then American Airlines decided they were going to change my flight, which then did not give me a connecting flight, which then made me stay over 24 hours in Arizona unexpectedly. So I ended up not getting home until Tuesday, which was okay because I was off work until Wednesday. Kind of put a little fluke in travel plans, but happy to say everything was good. Everything turned out great. We had a fabulous time. It was very hot there since the heat wave that's going through the country right now, and it's hard to believe that I was there and back and I'm home already, and all the planning and preparations and everything, and it was done quickly. So anyhow, we had a great time. And so I had a lot of things I had to get done last minute, with boarding the dog and getting her to the vet and making sure everything was good, and, just getting your stuff together for a trip. And so I haven't been doing too many videos. I've been doing my weekly Facebook Lives that I do. If you're into rubber stamping and paper crafts, be sure to check me out over on Stampin' Sue Creates on Facebook. If you like to see the different types of projects I've been doing as far as machine embroidery, I do have a Facebook page. I will put a link down below, the name of it. It's SUEweet Bee Embroidery, and that's capital letters SUE and WEET, B as in BEE, and embroidery. Simple as that. You could go check some of the fun things I've been making. I have an upcoming craft show. Thank goodness everything is starting to finally open up. I'm in the northeastern Pennsylvania area, and the craft show is going to be July 31st. So I've been kind of making different things. I'm going as embroidery with my embroidery. I'm also going to take some cards. I recently got a Cricut Joy. Well, not recently. I got it a while ago and finally had the chance to play with it. And oh my gosh, if you're not really into card making, but you like using a Cricut, I don't have any other Cricut different types of machines, but it has a card attachment, and it does the most beautiful laser cut card designs. So I've been having a lot of fun with that in between all of my other things that I've been doing. But so this is almost done. It only has 2,115 stitches to doing these letters. So you can do all sorts of things with this. You know, all kinds of things. You don't need to have any kind of software. You can work right on your machine, and you don't have to purchase anything. So I would suggest, if you're brand new to embroidery, to listen. Okay, fireworks are blaring in the background. It's like 6:50 at night. Well, not even night. The sun is still shining, but fireworks have been going off all day. So anyhow, so happy Independence Day to those of you in the United States. So let's go ahead. Let's bring our little design back over to the desk area. Whoop. There we go. Down to the desk. And again, like before, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to snip that little thread there. Little bugger don't want to come off. And I'm going to turn it over. Nice clean design doing letters. I'm going to snip these little pieces of thread that are back here. Just like that. This is a good way also to check to see how your machine is functioning. So on the back, I don't know if you can tell because let me try to bring you up. You see how majority of it, you could see the brown and just a little bit of the white bobbin. Like that's showing that we're getting a good stitch with this. Although I think he's coming up to time where it's going to have to go into the shop just for some general maintenance. Just like you take your car for maintenance, you want to make sure your embroidery machine also has maintenance just to keep it running smoothly. You want to do that before anything would ever happen with your machine. So I'm just going to unhoop it like I showed before. Very easily peel this off. Okay, and then I'm just going to very easily pick out from the inside of the letters. It comes out real simple. That's already off. In the R. And in there. That's a little bit sticky from the spray adhesive, and let's move that aside, and here we go. Whoops, this way. There is our final burp cloth. So I think these are going to be really fun. How much am I going to sell these for? I know you're probably going to ask. I don't really know yet. I mean, it didn't take long to do. I did have to purchase them pre-made, and I would like to try to make some myself because I do know how to sew. I don't know. What do you think? How much would you pay for that? I don't know yet. I can't decide. But I don't know. Let me know down in the comments. So we have brown, we have green, we have a lighter blue, we have pink. We have this really cool fluorescent green. We have kind of like a light brownish, and we have a dark blue. So really fun. Something, if you're brand new to embroidery, something definitely I would suggest giving a try. Let me move them so you can see them. And don't forget, use what's on your machine. There's designs on there until you get comfortable with your machine. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope maybe it's helped show you that you can do lettering on your machine without having to have software, which can come down the road. I want to thank you so much for joining me. Again, if you like what you see, you want to see more, be sure to subscribe, hit the bell. Be sure to like, comment, and let me know in the comments how much would you charge for these. These are very nice. I don't even remember how much I paid for them when I purchased them. So that I'll have to go back into my Etsy shop and, well, my Etsy purchases and see what I paid for them. But they're really nice. Great way to get used to your machine before you get into more complicated designs. Thanks again so much for joining me. Happy Independence Day. I look forward to seeing you back here again real soon. Bye-bye for now.